For a test, null p equals 0.5, sample proportion is 0.39 based on a sample size of 100. Use this information to find the test statistic. So we'll do proportion stats because the hypothesis is in proportions. Stats, proportion stats, one sample summary. Okay, so until now, when we came to this screen, we were given the number of successes and number of observations. So in this particular problem, we are not directly given the number of successes. We're given the sample size, which is the number of observations, so that's 100. And we are given the sample proportion. So actually you can trace how many successes there must have been, because remember, sample proportion is successes divided by the sample size. So there must have been 39 successes, because when you divide 39 by 100, you get 0.39, and that's what the sample proportion is. So indirectly, we can find the number of successes, 39 successes, 100 observations, and p 0.5. And they didn't tell about what kind of test it is, so you can leave it at two-tailed, because at this point we have to get test statistic, and that stays the same no matter what tail for the test you use. So test statistic is negative 2.2. Find the p-value. So the p-value, okay, so now they say find p-value for HA where p is less than 0.5. So you have to adjust the window, less than 0.5. So add it and change it to less than 0.0139. Okay. So 0.014. So P is, they don't, do they give alpha? Well, they don't give alpha, so then we use the default alpha of 5% or 0.05. So this 0.014 is less than 0.05. So you reject the null, so it does give evidence against the null. So strong evidence against the null. So if it goes against the null, then it means null is not plausible. Give strong evidence against the null. Okay. In the pre-election poll, candidate receives 331 out of 650 votes, assuming people polled represent a random sample of the voting population. Test the claim that a majority of voters support the candidate. So majority means that the percentage is greater than 0.5 or 50%. So you are looking for an alternative where it's greater than 0.5. Remember, null is always equals. So 0.5 is 50%. Find the test statistics. So you have 331 out of 650. So 331 out of 650. So I'll just edit this window. 331 out of 650. And we are looking for majority, so greater than 0.5 here. So 0.47. P-value 0.3189. And this P is bigger than alpha, so we do not reject the null. And when we do not reject the null, there is insufficient evidence. And that finishes the section.